Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Alright, well, we opened Day of Judgment. I mean, 4 mana, destroy all creatures. Pretty simple, elegant ability, I would say. So we can take that. Yeah, no stipulations. Don't have to have anything other than 4 mana and this spell in your hand. That is it. I like that. This pack is actually very unexciting otherwise. I think the pick might have been Pilgrim or Fractal Summoning, maybe? I'm thinking. I like Fractal Summoning. It's a good lesson to find. Scalable spell you can get off of your learn cards, but Pilgrim is sweet too. A spirit, so it's a relevant creature type in this format for stuff like this. But also just digs up a plains, so it doesn't ramp you, but just gives you an extra card, which I really like. Okay, follow-up pick. Well, what's Torrent Sculptor do again? That's kind of cool. Yeah, that card's actually kind of cool. But I think I'm okay taking Closing Statement. It's a strong removal spell and still kind of puts us a little bit into Orzhov, I suppose. But Creative Outburst is a cool card. I haven't really played with it yet. I like the Silver Quill Pledge Mage. Yeah. Elemental Summoning is a good lesson. I don't really like the Stonerize Spirit. Defiant Strike is playable. But yeah, I feel like Closing Statement feels fine here. Alright, pick 3. We can go Combat Professor. There's also a Spiteful Squad here. But, I mean, there's still a chance that we end up, like Boros. Unfortunately, I don't think Day of Judgment is my favorite card in Boros, but board wipes in general, not as easy as you would like to play. Much easier to play board wipes in Constructed than in Limited, because you can build your deck around them a lot easier in Constructed than you can in Limited. It doesn't mean they still can't have huge upside. They often do still have huge upside in Limited, but there's just times where you're even on the board and you really don't want a Day of Judgment, even though you have to. And it ends up being like a 5 for 5. So sometimes a reset is good. Sometimes it's not as good as you want it to be. Taking Professor here. Happy about that. We can take the Orator. I haven't really gotten to play with this card yet. Wait, what's Yahtzee do? Oh yeah, I saw this card before. Kind of expensive. The effect is cool, and I guess it protects itself because you can discard a card and return it. But Journey to the Oracle, is it terrible or is it just me? Is that card... Put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay, it's 4 mana. I probably have all the land on the board anyway. And then if you control 8 or more, you can discard and get it back? Card, why is it mythic? I don't get it. This feels like the least mythic half of a card I've ever seen. So we can take Orator. We can take Rise of Extus. Rise of Extus is cool because it's just solid removal, but Orator 2-drop with upside that I like. Pest Summoning is good too. Good lesson there. But like I said, we're still kind of possibly Boros. Going back and forth between Boros and Orzhov right now. We can take the Inkling Summoning. Still has synergy with Orator. Actually, Orator's very good with Professor, too. I guess it already has Vigilance, so it's not like it needs to get that, but whatever. Taking the Summoning, at the very least, it can make the main deck, or we can have it as a lesson in the sideboard. Beaming Defiance is playable. Defend the Campus is probably more of a sideboard card. Leyline Invocation is good. And I did get a chance to play against this card. It's kind of interesting. I'll probably give it a try one of these days, but let's take the summoning for now. Alright, well, 6th pick Onslaught is a good sign for Orzhov, because that's solid removal. Hunt for Specimens I'd definitely take now too. 2-drop 1/1 Pest that digs up an Inkling summoning. Not bad. I mean, you end up paying 5 mana for a 1/1 Pest and a 2/1 Flyer, but 2 bodies, basically 1 card. Really not that bad, but easy Onslaught here, I think. Okay, so choices now. We have Familiar. Are we doing a lot of exiling of our graveyard? Probably not. So we can do Campus Guide. I really like Campus Guide. I find it really just smooths out draws. I think I even like it more than Eager First Year, believe it or not. Eager First Year can be quite good with Instants, though, because then maybe sometimes they don't want to block it. But I don't know what to tell you. I like the upside of Campus Guide. I've found it to be pretty good. If you have to play it as a 2-mana 2/1 without digging up a land, obviously not that great, but still pretty good. I'm big on Biblioplex Assistant too. I like these. I guess I like the common artifact creatures. They're just useful utility cards. Agonizing Remorse is pretty playable. Archway Commons, I guess, would let us splash something. I've almost found the rare lessons are like the worst ones. I really don't think this is that great of a lesson. It's not bad. Playable. But really nothing special. I think easy Assistant here. We already have some good cards. I mean, getting Day of Judgment back alone. More likely probably getting Closing Statement back or something like that. So we actually ran out of... Looks like we ran out of gas now. Could take the Excavated Wall. I still find it weird that you have to pay to mill yourself. Lorehold Apprentice. Do we even have like a spirit thing going? That's an Inkling, not a spirit. Yeah, we really don't have any spirits yet. Guess we'll take the wall and we'll pass the rest of this stuff. So we could take Defiant Strike. Creative Outburst. That's a late one. Well, it looks like Izzet's open, but Archetype hasn't been all that good to me anyway, so we can take... I guess we're missing here. I'm going to take the Campus. Pass all the stuff. Yeah, it looks like we're getting cut on our stuff, but we still managed to dig up 10 pretty playable cards, I would say, out of Pack 1. Pack 2 might be a little trickier. We'll see. I'm going to still take the worst card here to show that we're not in those colors. I'll take this. So yeah, pretty good chance that we're still going to end up in this archetype, even though we basically missed on the last like 5 picks. Might just have to be okay with that. So here, I actually like Brackish Trudge. Do we have ways to gain life already? No? I guess not, but I like that it comes back. 3 mana 4/2 in black's not bad. I actually think this Plumb the Forbidden is a good card. You sack 1 creature. I guess you draw 2, lose 2. Yeah, it's okay. I think we'll take the Trudge. I think we'll be able to wheel something useful out of here. Obviously, the Fanatic would be probably the best to get back for the Trudge, but yeah. Oh, Poet's Quill, getting past a Poet's Quill? Yeah, that's really good news for us. Excellent card. I mean, 2 mana equipment that can find our Inkling summoning, if we end up hopefully getting that in our sideboard. Arrogant Poet is totally playable, especially with the Poet's Quill. I like the Professor of Zoomancy and the Mage Duel a lot. Those are very good cards. Defend the Campus, I would definitely play in a pinch. Revitalize, I guess, kind of has synergy with Brackish Trudge. But let's take the Quill. I guess Quill definitely has synergy with Brackish Trudge. That's good. So we can take the Shield Mage. We can take the Pest Summoning. We can take Essence Infusion, Spectre of the Fens. Pillar Drop Rescuer, Study Break. A lot of good playable stuff for us in here. I wonder if I just want the Pest Summoning, because you can find it off of Learn. And that way we have some pretty good utility lessons. Pillar Drop Rescuer. I mean, we're just short enough on playables where I could see maybe just taking something instead. Something that would actually make the deck. But I think when in doubt, you probably just take lessons, because in a pinch, they make the main deck. And otherwise, you're just happy to have them as something you can learn into. Plus, Pest Summoning is just really good. Oh, D-Spark. Well, I mean, it's on color. We could take it. A little bit of specific removal, but, I mean, it does deal with all big stuff, any permanent. There's a Spiteful Squad in here, too, though. But I think, how many creatures do we have? 5? I guess we really have 7 right now. Could take the Hunt for Specimens, get more Learn. I really like Hunt into Pest Summoning is good. I mean, it exiles too. I guess we just take it. It's removal. We don't have a ton of removal. We basically got some pretty good removal, I guess, but I'll take D-Spark. I mean, there's actually good cards in there we're passing, but I'm okay with it. All right, we can take the Onslaught here. Another Rise of Extus would be fine, but it is 6 mana. Arrogant Poet would be fine too, but we'll take the Onslaught. I mean, we're going to actually need some creatures, but we'll see. So I really like Pilgrim of the Ages quite a bit. I think I even like it more than Fanatic, despite Fanatic, you know, having good synergy in here. But Pilgrim's just great, especially with Poet's Quill. Just keep getting it back. Keep digging up your planes. Yeah, I love Pilgrim. It's a good pickup for us. No regrets there. All right, can take the Pledge Mage. Yeah, I mean, certainly seems correct. Nothing else for us really there, so looks like we miss here. Some pretty strong cards in like Biomathematician, which I don't think I realized was a common. So Izzet is definitely open. We're still going to just take the weakest card because we're obviously not in Izzet. So we can take Plumb the Forbidden, or we can take Introduction to Annihilation. We'll take the Introduction. Do we only have the 1 Learn card right now? I think we do. We might get more, though. We'll see if we have to play any of these. For now, I'm going to set these in the sideboard. Let's see if we have to. Yeah, we could play the Archivist in a pinch. Oh, good pickup here. We can take the Owlin Shield Mage. Oh, good. Spiteful Squad. Pick 12. That's a good sign. Well, we're getting good late picks in our archetype. Ooh. Fumes is a good one to dig up. I mean, Fumes is... Well, I was going to say arguably better than Introduction, but to be honest, it's kind of nice to have both. So, still a bit creature light. I don't think we're going to play Defiant Strike. So... We're a bit creature light, but remember, we can always bring in some lessons in main deck if we have to. Wow, Sparring Regimen. I haven't gotten to play this card before, and I think it's really good. So, we'll take that. Great card. Really cool, actually, when it digs up. Yeah, now I'm really happy we have the summonings. So, alright. Easy Sparring Regimen. Be nice to wheel the first year. I would totally take that. Or a Spiteful Squad, obviously, we wheeled that last time. Might get fortunate like that again, because I think Spiteful Squad is quite good. Radiant Scroll Wielder. I mean, this card is sweet, but really good. I don't know if we're going to be able to splash it. Although, no, I think we probably can take Rise of Extus. Like, we could go for the splash on this card. I think it's an insane card. We don't actually deal damage, but just redoing all of our removal spells is pretty sweet. I'll probably still just take Rise of Extus, though. I really like the idea of exiling a creature and finding, you know, one of our creatures. It's just well worth the mana. Dueling Coach is good. Blex, huh? Let's search for Blex. Look at the top 5 cards of your library, put any number in your hand, rest in your graveyard. I see. So you can draw a bunch of cards, but you have to lose life for each one. 3 life is not insignificant either. It's cool, but I think Blex Vexing Pest is kind of the side you want to be playing. I'm cool with Dueling Coach. I like the card in general. Has synergy already. We might wheel that other Spiteful Squad. We are a little bit 4-drop heavy, aren't we? Yeah, that's okay. We'll take the Coach. I mean, I could take the Pillar Drop Rescue too. It brings stuff back. That is cool. But that's all right. We'll take the Poet here. I like that it's a... I like that it can just randomly get in, attack your opponent's face sometimes. Leech Fanatic, good. We could take another Inkling Summoning. But, you know what? I want some more 2-drops. We're just creature light enough. We've got a pretty good selection of lessons out of sideboard now. We probably don't need another one. So, and Fanatic actually does have synergy with Orator too, doesn't it? Because it's lifelink too. Yeah, that's cool. And Menace too? Yeah. Well, Unwilling Ingredient would be actually a fine pick too for Orator, but I'll take the Fanatic. I'll get the life gain. So I still don't think we're exiling much. So probably take the Pledge Mage. So can you take the ingredient now? Oh wow, Gift of Estates. That's a pick 7 Gift of Estates is pretty crazy actually. This card is really strong. I think we can actually get away with 16 lands. I know you're thinking, but Alex, why would you do that? Look at your curve. What are you, crazy? No. No, I'm not crazy. We have Gift of Estates, we have Campus Guide, we have Pilgrim of the Ages. I think we can actually pretty easily get away with 16 lands. Alright, I think we'll take the Spiteful Squad. I like this ability a lot, and it's cheaper than Rescuer. Rescuer is kind of cool too, and because it flies, but yeah, definitely taking Squad there. So we could take Study Break. Probably don't need Spirit Summoning, though. Do we really need a Study Break? No, I get... Oh, Archway Commons. Well, I'll consider it. It's kind of a free card for the deck. The only problem with it is it kind of keeps you off your 2-drops. But, I mean, we're not a terribly color-intensive deck. I think we could do without playing it, but we'll see. I don't need any of this. Take the Dusk Mage. Oh, they're both pretty unexciting. And neither, I don't think either of them make the deck. So this is a deck right here. 24 cards. We have enough creatures. I'll just stick the negate. Second to last. Someone's getting the second to last pick, Professor. No, I won't allow it. Just out of spite, I'm taking it. Those are 2 really playable, just last pick Honor Troll. All right. Well, to be honest, I'm very happy with how our Orzhov deck turned out, despite obvious other archetypes being open. So, like I said, we can easily play 16 lands. I got to do full art. Need the full art. Won't have it any other way. All right. So learn for learning, doing our learning. We have Poet's Quill. We have Rise of Extus. Those are pretty good. We've got that Gift of Estates, which I'm excited about. Played it before. It's a great card. We've got Campus Guide to help find lands, Pilgrim of the Ages. So basically, what's our color? We have a lot of stuff to find white. Not so much to find black, but thankfully the only double color cards in the deck are double white. So it's kind of perfect. We only need to see 1 swamp. There's a decent argument. Actually, yeah, there is a decent argument to run 1 less plains and 1 more swamp. Oh, we actually do have double black, huh? All right. I'm actually gonna do it like this, I think. I think I am running the extra swamp. Or we could do the Archway Commons. Maybe we'll do that. I'm okay with that. Well, maybe not. I mean, it kind of slows you down It does slow you down, and you have to, yeah. The problem with Archway Commons, having to pay that extra one, too, like, it really does slow down, especially in a deck like this that kind of wants to curve out. That's tough. I think I am running the extra Swamp, though, because we have the double Onslaught, and we don't have any ways to find black other than Campus Guide, but we have Gift of Estates and Pilgrim of the Ages to help find white. I'm not really excited by Cogwork Archivist. Do I want to run something else instead? I guess not. Well, all right. We're trying out a 6-mana 4/5 reach that prevents you from getting milled out. That's cool. All right. Sweet deck. Oh, wait. We have Sparring Regimen, too? Yeah, we've got 3 really solid learn spells in here, huh? Quill, Regimen, 2 rare ones, and a Rise of Exodus. I like it. It looks like a good value deck. Removal-wise, we're looking good. We've got, D-Spark and Day of Judgment, Onslaughts, Closing Statement, Rise. Cool deck. Looks good. Yeah, we'll run it like this. We'll see you in round 1. All right. We've got a good keep here. Can go Guide, find a land, and probably find black mana, maybe because of our... I mean, it depends. Build towards the Day of Judgment. More likely build towards the 2 Onslaughts. Mage Hunter Onslaughts. Plus, Campus Guide is actually the only land searcher in our deck that can find swamps. The other ones can only find plains. So that makes sense. I'll probably play the Brackish Trudge first. I'm okay with the trade here. It's just because my Trudge would otherwise have to trade with the Campus Guide, so this is fine. Poet's Quill. Well, that's a good one. I think we're actually going to discard draw. Because we want to hit a land here. So we probably get rid of... I have some choices here. The Fanatic and the Pledge Mage can potentially bring back the Trudge, which is cool. Dueling Coach. Considering we're a little mana starved right now, I almost want to get rid of the Coach. It is good, though. But it's also expensive. I guess I'll get rid of it. Alright, we got the land. So now we can equip the Trudge. And get it for 5 here. And if they want to trade, that's fine. We can get the Trudge back, too, which is cool. I mean, I don't have the mana to do it, I guess. But we have the Poet's Quill, so it's really not a huge deal. Well, Dragon's Guard Elite is a good card. Oh, D-Spark. Well, currently can't deal with that. So let's think here. We can play 2. Yeah, we probably go... we probably just go Fanatic Orator. I think that makes sense. Or we could do the Pledge Mage. If I do Pledge Mage, I can go D-Spark if they play something big. And then Poet's Quill. Doesn't make the best use of mana, however. I think it's early enough we can do the Orator and the Leech Fanatic. I mean, keep in mind, we also have a decent amount of removal in here. Plus we have Poet's Quill, which I feel like does a good job of giving some inevitability. Containment Breach. Ooh, well, that's a good one to have out of sideboard. Because they can blow up our Poet's Quill. Sure. That's probably fine, actually, because... Is it whenever this attacks, too? Jeez, that's cool. So, I like that. Oh, nice. Okay. So, huh. I think we just attack. They could double block. And probably kill our Orator. And then I can get Trudge back plus play it. It's not bad. Problem with playing the Pledge Mage is it doesn't have flying right away, so I don't think that's going to work. Sure. So we'll do this. Alright, so we'll go land. We can despark. Oh, we can't because it's only 2 mana. Unfortunately, despark hasn't had a target this whole game. Oh, that's not true. I guess Professor would have been one. No removal to find, though, huh? Trudge is cool. Let's see, I've got... I'm trying to think how to best do this. I might have to play the Fanatic. Oh, but then I won't gain life. Huh. I guess we go Pledge Mage Fanatic. Not super appealing here, but... I think that's how we do it. So they do have the 6 mana to double the Elite, so we will have to chump block that. We probably trade Trudge with Groff. And then, how do we want to chump the Elite? The Pledge Mage or the Fanatic? Fanatic will have lifelink on our turn. That might be better. And it can attack into a pest. So I guess we probably chump like that. Because they can pay 6 and double it. And then it's a 12. So it's lethal on its own now. So I do need to chump. Jeez. They've managed to avoid the despark the whole thing here. And a Pugilist? Even the Pugilist can't get desparked. I literally haven't had a target the whole game for that. Wow. Jeez. Well, guess we're dead here. Game 2, though. Definitely dropping the despark, now that I see they don't have a single target for it. I could bring in Necrotic Fumes, which exiles too. Not that that matters that much, I guess. But yeah, I'm okay with it. So we'll do that. And run her back? Yeah, I think that's fine. Unless I want to drop Archivist for something. I mean, 6 mana 4/5 does not match so well against 2 mana 5/4s. What's the other half of this card do? Oh, okay. I don't want a main deck introduction to Annihilation. I don't like that. Alright, let's just run this back. I don't love Archivist here, but might just have to accept it. That's a good hand. Orator into Pledge Mage, maybe. Or Trudge. Kind of like getting Trudge out there more, just because I really don't care trading it off. So we'll play the Trudge here. Rise, okay, not bad. So we'll drop the Silver Quill Pledge Mage here. Okay, well, let's go closing statement on the Drake. Put the counter on the Orator. And we'll do flying. I could have done lifelink, but I don't even want to give them the opportunity to trade there, especially given that I've got the Rise of Extus here. So I think what we'll do is Rise of Extus on the Drake, and we'll exile the Field Trip, I guess. Sure. So we want to give flying again. And we can get, well, we've got some good choices here. We're going to take him to 2, so I almost think the summoning is better. Yeah, the summoning's got to be better. Because it gives us a flyer that also makes our other 2 dudes fly, so that's got to be better. Alright, so we'll go to game 3 here. Got an odd little deck there. They got a cool little brew. The Gruul part is the kind of weird part. But, I mean, I guess splashing Heated Debate's fine. They have the way to get the fixing, so... They've got the Drakes, which are actually pretty good against us, I think. Yeah, I still think we're about as good as we can be. Yeah, it's a good hand. I don't think we're going to search anything up with the campus guide, as you might imagine. These two also don't pair particularly well against the Soothsayer Adept, but that's okay. If I have to onslaught it, I will. Ah, Combat Professor's a good draw. Sure. Well, yeah, I'm okay killing it. Getting in for 4 here. Could have played the Professor, but it prevents us from attacking, so I don't love that. Reading Ignis, not too worried about that little feller, so that's cool. Yeah, let's just drop the Professor, the Nutty Professor here. And we'll put the counter here. And get in for 5. Maybe I should put counter on the guide now that I think about it, but they actually made the trade I wanted to make, so that worked out. Because we can always get the Pilgrim back, which is nice. Sure. It's a sensible play. So we'll go in for 2. And I guess we'll drop an Archivist. Six mana, 4/5 here. Sure. So, I think we just onslaught 1. In for 4. And then drop the Poet. Okay, so choices here. We can attack with everything. Yeah, I think that's what we do, because they stick a 4/4 on the 2/1. That's not going to do them much good. And we will pay the life on the Poet, so this should be fine. We'll attack with everything. We will pay the 2 life. And I would say, I think this is a fine way to do it. And we don't have enough mana to go. We have 7, 8. So we don't have enough mana to do Pilgrim plus play it. So we're just going to get another body on the board for now. And then we can play a land, and we can still bring back Pilgrim at the end of their turn, because he can do it any time, which is kind of cool. Ooh, they can gain 2 life here. Oh, cool. All right, well, that makes it easy. All right, cool. Got round 1. We'll see you round 2. All right, we'll keep it. Not the most exciting hand I've ever seen, but I don't think it's worth a mulligan. Ooh, certainly not now. I don't even know what to find out Poet's Quill. I wonder if it's my best interest to just get like a pest summoning to get some bodies out there. I could see that. Yeah, now that I have removal, yeah, I think I like that. Pest Summoning does some pretty good things here. Kind of keeps back the Star Pupil. I'd even be willing to, I mean, I'd be happy to trade it off for a Leech Fanatic. I don't even have to, because then I can just equip my tokens with Poet's Quill, which is kind of cool. We do have to play a black mana if we want to play the Pest Summoning. I do have to keep that in mind. Could also do the Pledge Mage, but I was thinking for the lifelink. Oh, Day of Judgment. Well, that's cool. But I'm not going to do it yet. That one's pretty good. I think we'll take it. Yeah, Day of Judgment doesn't do much against the dramatic finale, does it? Well, guess we go Poet. Let's Quill. And get it. I don't think we... No, we have Introduction to Annihilation, so I guess technically I have a way to deal with the finale. Finale's pretty good, though. Well, it's only non-tokens that generate them tokens, so that's fine. Especially if they're just going to keep attacking, so this is okay. It's pretty interesting. Just to get the extra token, huh? Trying to think how I want to do this. I guess I can do Dueling Coach. Yeah, this is probably fine. So we can... So I think what we're going to do is closing statement on the Fanatic. Hope they just play an Inkling Summoning. That's unfortunately not the one I wanted to see. So I suppose we attack and then Day of Judgment. Problem with Day of Judgment here is I can play Pilgrim plus Day. It's kind of awkward though, but it just nets me another land. It's probably not worth it. It's too bad I have to sequence it like that in order for it to work. Definitely want them to block here. Jeez. Oops. Oh, good. Well, that's good. Because now we can Day of Judgment. Gain some life. Not bad. Oh, geez. Alright, let's go. Pledge Mage, Pledge Mage. Yeah, definitely didn't want to see back-to-back creatures there. That's not what we wanted to see. Alright, so we go Professor. Equip here. And in for 5. I love Biblial Black's assistant. It's going to mark the second time I've lost to this dramatic finale. The card is really good. Well, they're probably going to Doomblade my Professor anyway, so I guess I die. Because they have Xaxes lethal in the air now. Alright. Well, so we have Introduction to Annihilation to deal with Combat Professor for Game 2. So we'll try and figure that out. I think that might be the only way we have to deal with that card, though. Yeah. Anything else? I guess I have Reach. Archive is actually looking good here. Can block their 3/2s at least. D-Spark. Oh, D-Spark. D-Spark can do something? How wonderful. Okay. So we have 2 answers. That's not bad. I guess that's all I've got. I mean, I like that we have the means to deal with their thing. The card almost feels like a... I was going to say Grave Pact, but it's pretty different than Grave Pact. This hand will keep. At least we can find our white mana from the Campus Guide, so that's good. Play a turn 3 Trudge. Gift of Estates. Well, that's kind of cool. If we miss our lands, especially. It's kind of that awkward spot that I'm talking about with board wipes in general. Where right now, it's like, I'm ahead on the board. So now I just basically have to hold on to Day of Judgment. Which I don't like. Not a big fan. Basically just chilling. With, chilling like a villain with Day of Judgment. Not a big fan. I know it seems sad that you would ever say I'm not a big fan of Day of Judgment, but I don't know what to tell you. Board wipes in Limited are weird. Sometimes they're amazing and game-breaking, game-changing, and sometimes they're like, ugh, guess I have to blow up my own board to not die. Well, guess we can onslaught the eager first year. Attacking, no less, huh? Okay. Ooh, Sparring Regimen. That's a cool one. What am I learning? I don't know. I'm going to attack here, though. I could have done the regimen, but I'm kind of fine with this, actually. Because we're gaining life off the Fanatic, so it's totally fine. And I can get the Trudge back if they want to try and, like, you know, race or whatever. This is fine. So, I guess now we can onslaught. So if they play a land, we can do Gift of Estates into Sparring Regimen, which is pretty good. Wasn't expecting that. Well, they missed their land draw too, huh? Alright, let's do the Sparring Regimen, and we'll dig up... Yeah, what are we digging up? I gotta think about that. Am I doing the intro to Annihilation? I feel as though I should. Yeah, I want an out for the card that will almost assuredly beat me here, so I think that makes sense. At least Introduction to Annihilation is Exile as well. That's cool. So now we can do Gift of Estates, and then I guess we don't really have a 3-drop to play though, do we? I suppose not. I think I'll trade with their Pledge Mage, just because I feel like we've got more going on, and it's a good trade for us. Okay, so yeah, well that was a perfect draw actually. So now we can go Gift of Estates, get another black mana, or I was gonna say get another black mana, but that's not true. So we'll go Plains, go Pledge Mage, and then pass. Sure. Well, I can Introduction to Annihilation the Spiteful Squad. That's probably worth it. Because it exiles. They do get to draw, however. But we also get lifelink. And I can attack for 4 with lifelink. They get to draw, however. I'm still going to do it. Milling themselves? Unexpected. Sure. Closing statement. That's a good one. So we'll do the Shield Mage. What are they getting back? Closing statement, that makes sense. So we can go... And... Oops, I should have played the Plains. My bad. The eyeball showed me that they know about it already. So we can attack with the Shield Mage. They might double block. We'll see. It'd be funny if they milled themselves now. I'll tell you that much. The closing statement on top of their deck. So we get in for 4. I wonder if they double block. I mean, with the clock ticking down, I'm wondering if they're the ones thinking about it. I'm not sure. But then we can at least closing statement the assistant if they do that. Okay, just that's fine too. So I can Day of Judgment or I can closing statement their guy. Not 100% which one I like more. I mean, I guess I technically get a 2-for-1 with the Day of Judgment, but I could see it being maybe smarter to save the Day of Judgment. So Day of Judgment also doesn't target though, which is nice, but I probably just closing statement the Shield Mage and accept it. Yes. Oh, cool. So we can get back Introduction to Annihilation, Mage Hunter's Onslaught. We can get back probably the Introduction to Annihilation. I just like having the catch-all for that enchantment. Can't get this brackish trudge back, huh? It's okay. Not a huge deal. Alright. I probably just Day of Judgment. Oh, no. Or I don't. Or I don't Day of Judgment. That's the one they chose. But why? I don't get it. I'd love for someone to explain that to me. They don't want their Spectre exiled, but then they would get to draw. I don't get it. Ah, Poet's Quill. Perfect draw. Because now we can just get Pest Summoning and have all the bodies. Put another tally mark on auto tap screwing me there. Actually, is that even true? I guess it's not. I needed to actually tap all my black mana there, so. Yeah, we get in. Sure. What are we learning? Reduced to memory, so they can deal with our Quill or our Sparring Regimen. Sure. But they're going to give us a 3/2. I don't know if they want to do that. Is it instant speed? It's not even instant speed? Oh boy. Last Plains. Poet's Quill kind of did everything there, didn't it? Okay. So, once again, nice to have some main deck answers for their things. Does D-Spark deal with anything else in their deck? Kills Spectre, kills Owl and Shield Mage, kills Assistant. We've got some good targets in here, actually. Spiteful Squad, Exile, yeah. I gotta admit, I feel a little bit of relief seeing D-Spark being good, because I was getting worried there for a second. Oh, it's a keep. I mean, technically we need white mana in order to do Gift of Estates, but we can still play stuff here, so I'm cool with it. I wonder if I could actually... We'll see. Hopefully I draw a land here. Alright. We might have to do the Quill and dig. Because it feels more important to me that we... Sadly, that we find a land. So... What do we ditch? Maybe the... Well, Pledge Mage I could potentially play. Poet I guaranteed play. Rise of Exodus is good later. Gift of Estates helps me find more lands. Mage Hunters is removal. Could be the Spiteful Squad, though I like it. But I think we'll discard draw there. Alright, we got our land. That's good. Not the land I was looking for, but that's okay. Oh, that was a good draw. So now we have our white mana. So we can do Pledge Mage. Next turn we can do Gift of Estates, land, equip, Pledge Mage. That's pretty good. If they hit their land, of course, but assuming they do. And then Rise of Exodus at least gives us our answer for the 4-drop enchantment, which is also good. So we want to deal with that. I'm surprised they didn't attack there. So I guess they thought I was going to trade. So they missed their land drop, which is interesting. I guess that means we just kill their Fanatic. Feels like a good opportunity to do it. Don't want them gaining a bunch of life. Don't want that. Sure. So, oh, we can onslaught that too. I'm okay with it. It's empty. It feels like a good opportunity to do it. Empty board. Now if they hit a land, we can Gift of Estates again. Okay. So they can get back Fanatic probably, or... Alright. Not the end of the world. We'll do the gift. Get 3 planes. Play the one they see. Yeah, I guess order makes sense. It's got vigilance, yeah. So next turn I can do Rise of Exodus. We could dig up the Introduction to Annihilation. I do feel like the enchantment is still the only real way to lose, or not the only way to lose this, but one of the major ways to lose this would be that enchantment. So I might want to dig up Introduction to Annihilation. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guess we do this one. Get rid of that. And then the question is, what do we get? Could get the Inkling Summoning. Problem is now... Yeah, now I kind of feel like the enchantment... I don't know, I'm a little less worried about the enchantment now. Because I've got, like, on-board threats I have to deal with. Although, I'm probably reasonably racing this at the moment. Intro to Annihilation kind of sucks right now, though, I feel like. Unless they have the enchantment. I basically have to hope they don't draw the enchantment. So, instead, I should do, I guess, Inkling Summoning, because then it's a way to keep back the Shield Mage with, like, the Poet's Quill. Yeah, I suppose so. Because I feel like my thoughts are that if they have removal, it puts us in a tough bind too. And I feel like they wouldn't make this trade. Yeah. If they had the enchantment, they wouldn't make the trade. I think I'd trade with the Fanatic. Yeah, I was going to say. Well, Trudge is actually pretty good. So, I'm up to 8 mana, so I can go 3, 6, 8. So we can equip attack, and then play these two. That's not bad. I mean, I feel like as long as we're gaining life, this is good. It's unexpected. So I can do the summoning. Wonder if it makes more sense to just re-equip to the Poet. Keeps their ground guys back. Doesn't make the best use of mana, however. Kind of makes it... I feel like it's actually a good idea. Because this kind of motivates them to want to keep their ground guys back. Okay. Oh, Sparring Regiment's a great one. So we'll do Regimen. And now we can get... I'm a little more keen on Intro to Annihilation now, because I feel like with this board, yeah, basically it just gives us the answer to the scary stuff, so I'm cool with it. We'll get in for 5 now. 6, actually. Let's see what they learn. Reduced to memory, so they can get rid of our Poet's Quill, but that also nets us a 3-2. So that probably means we go land summoning. They have Humiliate too. I guess that's a way to get our Intro to Annihilation, but that's okay. We'll do the summoning. So now... yeah, they can reduce memory or Poet's Quill. But we have Sparring Regimen, which is going to let us bash in for a lot of damage. Plus they net us a 3-2. Like, this is not bad. Why'd they choose that one? My opponent makes some odd choices. So... yeah, I guess we just go... yeah, how do I want to do this? Guess we just go these two. Trudge plus the 3-2. I'll trade a campus guide for the thing they gave me. I'm fine with that. I definitely would have taken out Poet's Quill. That was a very odd choice. I mean, Sparring Regiment's good too, but I don't know how you beat a Poet's Quill when I've got Brackish Dredge especially. Alright, sweet. We'll see you in round 3. Alright, round 3. We'll play first. Yeah, it's a good hand. Ooh, Poet's Quill. That's a good one. Let's do the Poet first. With the Quill, are we getting the Inkling Summoning? Or are we getting the Pest Summoning? It's a reasonable question. I don't quite know the answer to yet. We have removal already, so I think it is 2 bodies generally better than 1, although this body flies. And they're playing green. Could go either way on this, to be honest. I'm going to go with the evasive creature. Could be wrong. Pest Summoning is quite good. Ooh, Sparring Regimen too? Jeez. We're drawing just fire right now. So... yeah, I think we go Regimen. Wow. Just straight concession. I don't even want to deal with your 2 rare learn cards. Well, that's pretty preemptive in my mind. Guess they really didn't want to give us any information on that one. Jeez. All right. Well, we saw 1 whole card. And to be honest, do we even really have much of a sideboard? No. I think the bulk of our deck is we've got that nice little toolkit in the sideboard. I'm going to keep D-Sparker around for now. But as far as other sideboard stuff, probably not. Yeah, so let's run her back. I like my opponent's name. Cocoa Butter. This hand is a little bit 4-drop heavy, and I just slam kept it, but it's really hard to mulligan those correct mana hands, you know what I mean? Like, I admit, it is a little bit slow, but what can you do? I guess we have Day of Judgment somewhere in here too, right? That helps. Shield Mage. Well, if they play another creature, if they just play the Introduction of Prophecy, I feel pretty good. Although then they can get in with that Amplimancer, huh? That's okay. No. Archivist. Alright, well, let's do the Professor here. Nutty Professor. Oh. Huh. If they had a land, I probably would have played that first. But that's fine. Alright, well, this is good. Now we can do the Shield Mage. Although, no, they have the Amplimancer, so I guess it makes more sense to just get in for 3. Drop the old Squaderino here. Because now it's like a little bit of a tougher choice. I mean, they can just slam kill Professor, and then I probably just take Amplimancer. But if they don't slam kill Professor, that Spiteful Squad puts them in a tough spot. Puts them in a little bit of a bind. Gunks up the board pretty good. Sure. That makes sense. So we'll take that. And then we'll go land, and I guess best use of mana is big ol' Archivist. The problem is they're summoning... Actually, they're summoning at best as a 5/5 if they play a land. Kind of want my Shield Mage to get bigger. Alright, I'll play the Shield Mage. Not the best use of mana, as it turns out, but has ward, is evasive. We've got a Death Toucher on board, so... Spiteful Squad with Spiteful Squad on the board is kind of cool too. Put counters on my other Spiteful Squad and make things challenging for my opponent. So we'll just play another one in case they have the answer for the other one. Spiteful Squad. Finally doing something. I like that. Sure. Inkling Summoning. Alright. Archivist has Reach, which is good. We don't need any more lands. We have Mage Hunter's Onslaught. So I can do the Archivist. It's best use of mana. Yeah, I guess that's good enough reason. We'll do Archivist. I mean, we have the Onslaught, like I said, for the Fractal Summoning if they play a big old fat Fractal Summoning. Like, they probably pretty tempted to just tap out and jam it, and then I can Onslaught, get in with Archivist. They can block with Pest. I'm okay with that. Oh, that's weird. So they have to... So it's probably like big play? Is that what I'm thinking? I don't know. I'll take it. Guess I could have just blocked with Spiteful Squad. Maybe that would have been better. Oh, multi-body. Okay. So maybe I did get bluffed. So 7 whole mana. A lot of people don't realize Archivist has reach, so that's cool too. 7 mana. Let's go Coach. Counter on Archivist. And then we'll go Pledge Mage. Best use of mana here. And then pass. That's too bad for us. So we'll go Lane, Campus Guide, Decline. I guess we'll Onslaught here. And do I need to keep the Pledge Mage back? Probably. They got a lot of gas, I'll give them that. Gift of Estate's not exactly what I wanted there. It's alright. So, just gonna put a counter. I suppose. Looks like they do have big play, probably. Or infused with vitality, I guess, huh? Alright. I definitely would have played the thing if I were them. Yeah, I guess we need to do the deck thinning too here, huh? I don't think we can survive regardless, to be honest, but that's alright. Well, at least you can't draw any more planes. So, what do we want to do in game 3? I think we can win this. We definitely got outdrawn this game, I'll give them that. They outdrew us pretty hard there. But I still think this feels like a pretty... Why would you not attack with everything? Slowly but surely attacking with everything? Not even attacking with everything? Yeah, I do think we can win this match. Obviously, I mean, we won game 1. But, yeah, we got outdrawn there. So they have multiple Rise of Extus. They have good lessons out of sideboard. They brought in Tangle Trap for our flyers. Not that we have a ton of them, but a fair amount, I guess. Could exile with Necrotic Fumes. Yeah, but it's a lesson. You don't really want to... That's true. It's the same argument as before. It's like our sideboard cards are stuff that we find from our toolkit. So we also have Despark, which does not deal with their token creatures and does not deal with Biograph. I guess it does deal with the Professor. They had enough targets in there for sure. They have the Mulder and Carex and stuff, yeah. Okay. I'm satisfied. Alright, so we'll play first. Mulligan. This one we'll keep. We'll throw back Plains. Oh, that's a good draw. Oh, cool. Makes sense. That's cool. Well, Day of Judgment with Biblioplex Assistant is kind of cool. I guess I could also have Assistant to get back the Despark. That's true, too. Maybe I will. Maybe I just will. So they'll infuse it. We'll get a couple counters. So, can do another Spiteful Squad if I so desire. Or I can do the Assistant to get back the Despark. I think I'll just do another squad. We'll just do... I can go for the long game here with Day of Judgment and Biblioplex Assistant. I might do that. We're ahead on the race, but... I don't know. I'm kind of okay with this. This feels like a better way to do it. Force them to go through some removal spells and more creatures and just stuff like that. And eventually Day of Judgment and reap some value. Yeah. So they could double block with Archivist and Carrick. I think we'll just chill. Then if they use a removal spell on the Pledge Mage, I can Day of Judgment, and then I can Assistant back the Day of Judgment. Definitely want them to play more, but they didn't. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 6, so we can do this plus Day of Judgment. Do some deck thinning. And we can play Assistant, getting back Day of Judgment. Plus Guide. Yeah, that's cool. So we can go land, Assistant. I mean, we're at 11, so they don't have lethal. So we probably just play Assistant, get back Day of Judgment. And then not play the Guide, because they don't have lethal. Alright, so then we can Day of Judgment. And then we can go land, Pledge Mage, Campus Guide, pass. Oh, multiple choice. Yeah, this is actually the first time I've seen this card played, but it's incredibly strong. But this is what I'm talking about with Day of Judgment. Now keep in mind, I cast Day of Judgment twice this game. Twice I cast Day of Judgment. And we're still getting slaughtered. Absolutely slaughtered. So, board wipes, really not the end-all be-all by any stretch of the imagination at all. And one of the times I cast it, it was all my opponent board, none of my board. Nothing. I had nothing on my side. And they had to use a removal to get it to that point. So they used a removal to get rid of my guy. I, Day of Judgment, killed 3 of their guys. And I'm still just getting crushed. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm, even Day of Judgment, I'm just not that big on board wipes. I don't think they're that great in Limited. I said it, said my piece. Now there's some exceptions. I think board wipes, like 2 damage to all creature ones when you like first pick them, those can be good. Those can be a little bit better, because then you can like one-sided, you can build your deck with like all 3 toughness things. But yeah, we just got annihilated playing Day of Judgment back to back. Killing all of their things. Didn't matter. Not enough. All right. Let's unlock some stuff here. Unlocking. Where's the unlock thing? Unlock the thing. I'll figure it out one of these days. I haven't done the play. Is it 2 words? I guess we'll find out. Nope. Not that one. 1 word. Ah, the classic waiting for server unlock. Very good. All right. Well, if you haven't done that one, there's a good way to get 3 packs. So we'll open some packs, do some pack 1, pick 1s here. All right. Pack 1, pick 1. Well, Vanishing versus some removal. Two color right off the bat, I'm not big on. I actually like Lash of Malice. I like a 1 mana removal spell. God's Willing, I could see God's Willing being better. It's a Mystical Archive card, 1 mana protection, it also scries. Maybe God's Willing would be better than Lash of Malice. That's probably true. I'd probably go with that. That'd be fine. Myla, Crafty Companion. Well, this is a cool card. Definitely would take this. 2 pretty awesome cards, although, yeah, just the second ability on Myla alone is pretty sweet. And Luke is a Planeswalker, but not a busted one, but a pretty sweet one. I mean, if you get to Emblem with it, you're pretty happy camper, so that's cool. Kind of expensive, but whatever. If that wasn't in here, I'd probably first pick the... could be the Historian. It's a pretty solid 2-drop. 2-drop, 2-1, but then it comes back later as a 3-2. I like that. Or I could try out the Field Trip. I still haven't played it. Lets you ramp plus learn. That's not bad if you have a higher curve deck. I could try out the Field Trip. That card's probably pretty good. I think Learn is definitely good, so I could see first picking that. Daemogoth Titan, 4 mana, 11/10, but you have to sack whenever it attacks or blocks. Probably still pretty playable, I imagine, as a 4 mana, 11/10. So I think I would take that even over the Onslaught, give it a try at the very least. Exponential Growth would be amazing if it was instant speed, but since it's a sorcery, I don't really like it. Here, I probably just first pick like a Biomathematician. It's 2 color, but it's a pretty sweet card. 2 bodies in 1. I like it. Plus it buffs all of your fractals. Yeah, that card's sweet. I'd go Biomathematician there. All right, here. Easy Manifestation Sage. If that wasn't in here, I'd probably go... I could see going Eye Twitch. 1-drop flyer with Learn attached to it. All those Learn cards, they're pretty sweet. Cultivate would be a decent option too, but I like the Learn. Learn is good. So Putrefy, Valentine. I think is easy Valentine, Lisette, just because they're both awesome. But if they weren't in here, yeah, I'd go Putrefy. It's 2 color removal, but really solid removal. All right, here. Not taking the dual land. Probably go Mage Duel over Pigment Storm just because it's so much cheaper. But Kelpie Guide is in here. Also really good. I'd still go Mage Duel. Mage Duel's awesome removal. And then finally... Alright. Here, I think pretty easy. Callous Blood Mage. Cool creature with versatile abilities there. So also Trickster in here, which is good. But, all right, that is that. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll be back for more. We'll see you then.